Well, hello everybody, this is Richard here. Welcome back to part 4 of the Decca Salon 73 refurbishment project. And it's been an interesting day today. Today's the 9th of June 2017, and we've had an election last night, or yesterday evening, or during yesterday, and we all trundled down and voted. Members of the United Kingdom who were registered to vote, and lo and behold, the Conservative Party under Theresa May has retained its government authority, and Theresa May's been to see the Queen to tell her that she's going to form a government. Interesting enough, I didn't watch the election stuff last night because there's immense amount of press coverage, as you can imagine, from the BBC and all the other stations. So I woke up this morning thinking, who is it going to be? Was it going to be Labour under Jeremy Corbyn, or was it going to be Conservative under Theresa May? And it's Theresa May, though she's only in with a very slim majority, which means that she has to link with another party, and the Democratic Unionist Party is the one that she's going to be linking with to form a government, so that she's got a majority to cross the line in the House of Commons, and that's the democratic process. So been interesting times, and like the election, the weather's been very, very up and down too. Yesterday was terribly windy, quite cool actually in times, and I had a very warm shirt on. Today I'm in a t-shirt, as you can see, and the sun is shining. If I just turn the camera around, you'll see that in fact it's quite nice out in the garden. You can see some new garden furniture there that I purchased, and also you will see from behind me that there's a load of boxes, and the reason for that is that I'm having a new kitchen, bathroom and cloakroom and new white doors, so basically doing the house up. And Sam Jones from Quantum Construct is here with his team, and consequently we've had to store all the stuff in the garage before it's put in. These are the kitchen units you can see here, but there's no gain without pain, as they say, so it'll be worth it at the end of the day. I have to say that we're doing well. He's found a few problems in the bathroom, and that slowed things down, but done a really good job so far, so looking forward to it. And all these units will be very nice, going for a Victorian style bathroom, which is all white rather than the greeny colour that I had here, and has been here since the house was built some 30 years ago, which I don't think is bad going considering. But anyway, less of the domestic stuff, more about the 73. So let me just take Mr. GoPro off his perch and show you where we got. So if I tilt him back, one thing I wanted to show you was this. I've taken the front grille off, and there's this enormous horn, double reflex horn, and you know, it's surprisingly there wasn't a great deal of dust in there. I was expecting quite a bit of dust actually, but what I have found is a load of gramophone needles, which I'll show you later. But this horn goes right inside. If I just find something to point with, where are we? It's fine. I can't get my hand on anything at the moment, but it's basically the sound comes from inside here, up, out, and forward here, and it goes in, as I think I said in a previous video. It goes down this tube here, and then is split into two. Now, I was surprised to find that this horn is actually made of aluminium. This bit is metal, and if I use a magnet, horseshoe magnet, look, that's metal. That ferrule there, but the rest of it is actually made of either an alloy or aluminium. I suspect it's aluminium because it's lightweight, and also acts obviously to transport the sound. I think if it was made of metal, it might probably be quite heavy. I've done quite a bit of work on the front of the casing. I've polished it, and the feet were in quite bad condition. I've re-varnished those with a dark brown varnish, and the bottom bar here, and I think you will agree it's come up quite well. I've put some polish over that. These bits in here were looking very mucky. I want to retain some of the originality of it, so I'm not going to take too much of that off. This top piece here, I've also varnished that a few times. What else have I done? Oh yes, the gramophone, the Motor Plinth Now because I had, if you remember, I had to reposition some of the holes, and so I filled in here. These are the new ones. I had to drill these out. This ply is actually quite thick, look. And the centre of this ply, whatever wood they've used, is really tough. So because the screw heads had a cross, they were like a cross head, not a posi drive, these ones. Just to help them out, I drilled them out, and then I've obviously screwed in afterwards. So, but it is looking better. You've got a bit of a shine on it. I don't want to take too much of that away. A lot of these holes will be covered up because I had to move the steel motor board slightly over so that I could get the cranking handle in the side. Do you remember? Because the length of travel for this handle here, this is it, has to come in here to meet the motor. So that's all lined up now beautifully. The other thing I've done is I've taken the front grille off, and this is very delicate. This fabric is really very, very delicate. There are some small marks here that had paint on, and I'm hoping I can move that and then pull that together a bit. I don't really want to have to change this grille fabric. It's a very light fabric. It's original. It's been there over 80 years, and I'm going to then obviously just restain and polish this beautiful Art Deco piece here. So that will be the last thing I do. I've taken all the screws out, and so the edging, because there's a bit of edging around here, there's a piece of edging that goes all the way around here, but it is looking a lot better. And I've done the side yesterday, polished the side. As you can see, that's looking a lot better now. Where the winding handle, there was a lot of marks here where something had scuffed the edge here. So I'll be doing all four sides in rotation. I've taken the lock out. That was an interesting piece. Now where's the lock? Let's find that. Oh, here it is here. Right, let me just show you this. I've actually triggered it with a screwdriver. I really would like to find a key, not just to lock it, but just to find a key so that I can put a key tassel on there. But I doubt whether that had ever been shifted in all the years it's been stored. The key's probably been lost. This little thing here is this escutcheon that goes around with this, to guide the winding handle with the small ferrule inside. They often go hard, but still do a good job just to guide the handle from friction, and so that on the motor there. And I think I said I don't know what I said last time, but I've actually put the rivet back in again. This is one off the other motors. I put the original rivet back in because I think that's more originality. The scrub screw I had to take out so that the new winding handle could go in. And also these four bits of felt, these come off the bottom. If I just tip this back again against here, these come off here, so I'll be sticking those back again to stop vibration. There's felt all the way around this to damp it, which I thought was quite nice. So but we are getting there, and I'm really enjoying the refurbishment and being out here. Now, some of you will remember, unless you're new subscribers, that I had this Parlophone record, which was Benny Goodman and his orchestra, and it had a terrible bevel. It was really, you couldn't play it basically. Well, I've done some work on that. It's been under the hairdryer, not been to the hairdressers, but been under the hairdryer. 2 pieces of plate glass, a nice warm hairdryer, and I have to say it's now playable. It might need a bit more work, but I don't think so. So what I thought I'd do this afternoon is play it to you. If we just try and get in here, and I'm going to play it on the Goodman machine because I think that's probably the best one. And if I switch her on, I have to put a small weight on the stylus, because obviously this stylus is weighted for LPs, not for 78. So it's got a 78 stylus on here. So I'm just going to, what I'll do is I'll just put this 45 adapter on here. Anyway, enjoy this. This is one more, and it's sung. The singer on this record is what's her name again? Helen Forrest. That's it. So here we go. Enjoy.
more. Serenade beneath your window. Oh, just once more, I hope and pray in vain.
Well, I think you'll agree that that is amazing. I'll just take, there we are, there's no return on, unfortunately, on this player, because the prowls on these SP25 Mark IIs, or the SPs on the Garrods, they, with use, they often wear, but so I use it as a manual. But I think you'll agree, that's really nice, and the second side's just as nice. I just love Benny Goodman. It sounds so clear on that record at 78, and for 1940 that was produced, that particular pressing, so really good. So hope you enjoyed that. Now, just to finish off, just to let you know that also when I went into Maidstone yesterday, my usual charity shop hunt, I picked up these two records. This is by Mario Lanza and Seven Hills of Rome. I haven't played these yet, so I can't tell you what they're like. And then the Paraguayan Songs also was another 10-inch I picked up, good condition, under £1, and so this one's Mario Lanza, Seven Hills of Rome. I'll have to look it up on YouTube and see what he's actually singing is like on the film, but quite a few of his famous songs on there, but just thought I'd share that with you. Also I picked up some cassettes, which I've left in the house, funny enough. Benny Goodman, and on a chrome dioxide tape, which I'm sure is going to be nice. What else did I pick up? Two Benny Goodmans and one other, I can't remember now what that was, but anyway, just thought I'd update you on things, and hopefully next time the garage will be slightly emptier than it is at the moment, but all the same, it's things are coming along, and speak to you all very soon. If you don't subscribe and you'd like to, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Look forward to your comments. I'm still getting lots of comments coming in from people asking about this gramophone and some of my other videos on record players and radios. I really look forward to those comments. I can't always answer everything because sometimes the questions are a bit convoluted, but I will try my best, and we've got such a rich community out there of YouTubers, and it's really lovely to hear from everybody. So everyone take care, and see you all soon for part 5.